Hey, Chris Lollini, CEO and founder of Reputation Igniter here again. And today I wanted to talk to you about protecting your business. You have spent so much time, energy in building a great business that provides an amazing service or sells fantastic products. And we just want to make sure that all the time and energy that you've invested building this, doesn't come crashing down simply because you leave yourself exposed to a couple of bad Yelp reviews or a couple of bad Google reviews that totally destroy your reputation and momentum in the marketplace in terms of continuing to grow your business. 97% of people are doing research online before they use a local business, and 92% of consumers are reading reviews. So it's important that you're protecting your business. And that comes from not just your customers, but it also comes from your employees and understanding how exactly they're relating with the customer. When you first started off, I'm sure it was easy because it was just you dealing directly with your customer, your patient, or your client. But now, as you've grown, maybe, or maybe as you're just starting out still, getting a sense of what exactly that interaction is between your employees and your customers is so important for you as a business moving forward. Number one, because obviously if there's an issue that's going on, that you need to be aware of it. But number two, and I'd say more importantly, is figuring out what it is that your employees are doing that's fantastic. Something that maybe you haven't tried before, or they're thinking outside the box and they've got some great ideas that they're implementing and are just working like gangbusters. Well, we want to make sure that we're gleaning the insights from their own sort of experience out there and making sure that we're taking that and folding that back into the business, training up all the new employees that are coming in with those strategies, those processes that person had sort of gone out on their own and created. And it's important to figure out what's working, what's not, what it is that's engaging your customers in terms of the employee and your customer, so that you can kind of continue to kind of build on that. And so there is, inside Reputation Igniter, you are in essence being able to do that. And so I'm just going to show you an example right here. Is when you go into the reporting tab and you go into the employees/departments and you've listed out the different employees that are customer facing and engaging with your customers, you can actually see how much feedback each one of them is getting. So then you can kind of compare them to what the norm is. Now, obviously, you have to take into consideration if somebody's just starting out and maybe they've just only interacted with one or two customers. Well, obviously somebody who's been there longer, is probably going to have much more of an engagement rate than somebody that's just starting out. But if you're starting the system new and you got 5 or 6 employees or something like that, you can kind of start them all out at the same level and see who's engaging with those customers. And an easy way to do that is just seeing how many pieces of feedback that they're gaining from each one of the customers that's coming through. The more feedback they're getting, obviously the more engaged that they are, because the customer feels so inclined to actually give and provide that feedback because your employee is so engaged with them. And then the ones who aren't as much engaged, they're going to see less of a number of feedback submissions submitted for them and your customers. So, quickly taking a look at that, and then you can kind of drill down and you can actually go and see, okay, well, what is the feedback that I'm getting for these all-stars, and what is the feedback that I'm getting for the people who maybe aren't doing as well in terms of engaging our customers, and then taking those lessons learned and then folding them into your business to educate those other employees that maybe are having a hard time kind of engaging with your customers. But it's so vitally important that you're making sure that you're kind of tracking this so that you can figure out, hey, who are my all-stars? Sometimes a business, might have some blind spots and might think that one employee is destroying something, or maybe on the converse side, they are actually building up something when in fact they're not. In actuality, it's somebody else in the business. Maybe it's the silent type or something like that that's actually having more of an impact, more engaging with the customers. So don't always go in there with all your assumptions. Reputation Igniter allows you to sort of put everybody on a level, neutral playing field and really let your customers speak to you in terms of what it is that they want and how do they want to be engaged by your employees. And so this gives you a unique window that no other business is going to have into what exactly is going on inside their business. So it's there. So I would say use it as much as you possibly can to really understand how things are progressing in your business, which one of your employees is engaging, and that way you can kind of turn on, and then you can also turn around and give them recognition. You can either give them recognition in front of the group, or you can give them recognition individually, but it's going to be much more impactful for that employee to hear it from the customer's mouth as opposed to you as the business owner, because I'm sure you've been telling them for a long time that they're doing a great job. It makes a world of a difference if it's coming from a customer, somebody they are interacting with, and giving them that feedback. So don't rob them of that opportunity. Give them the feedback that the customers are giving to you, and move that on, and just create that synergy inside of your business where everybody's on the same team. There's accountability, ownership from your employees, simply because they know that you as the business owner see exactly how their customers are reacting to them and how engaged and awesome your employees are. So don't let anybody down. Take this, fold it into that business, and really kind of create some great energy and enthusiasm for what you guys are doing.